pipeline or not. But yeah, it all came together pretty well on the night, and I think AJ, I don't want to say he had to earn his stripes in this match, but he definitely took a pounding. And the first 5 minutes in particular, those suplexes, and I think he was a real trooper for it. I think he actually allowed himself to be flung. He had no resistance in those suplexes. He just wanted them to look spectacular. I think so. Let Brock use his entire force on him. So yeah, I was impressed by that. There were parts in it as well, though, when I did kind of had to suspend my disbelief. I did kind of enter my mind a few times, and I was like, well, this is why they would never allow different weight classes to fight each other in the UFC. Because come on, look at this. It's just way overpowering. It's throwing him around at his will. And even though I did enjoy it, I did find parts as well where I'd think there wasn't a moment when I thought AJ had it. I didn't think he was actually going to take it from Brock, which was a bit of a disappointment. But then the way they protect Brock, that's just anybody who gets in the ring with him has that kind of stigma attached to him now anyway. Yeah. But I think other than that, I think it's a pretty great match though. Yeah,
I love that part in it where AJ, reversing gets the submission on Brock's legs, and then Brock just flipping hammers AJ's head off the mat about 3 or 4 times. Damn, that was good selling from AJ. The way they did that, that ruthlessness from Brock to get out of it, I thought was excellently done. It was a little bit of stiffness, a little bit more, for a guy like Matt said, it's very hard to make this authentic and realistic when you've got guys this size. But I feel like they've done as best as they could, and AJ Styles is such a hell of a worker that this is a kind of WrestleMania match, I guess, in itself. This could have easily have headlined a WrestleMania. There's no doubt about it when you consider both these guys from completely different worlds almost, from the way, you've got AJ who's gone up through the indies, and Brock who's always been on top at wherever he's gone, whether it's UFC, and but then at the same time he's very quiet. He doesn't like to be around doesn't like the limelight. And then you've got AJ. It had all the hallmarks of a great match here. It's a shame we didn't get more of a feud, more of a sort of massive build up to what this was going to be. But I felt like this was definitely the match of the night. In some ways, I wish this had been the last match of the night, but it is placed where it is, and I guess they wanted to go with that Survivor Series. They could have still gone with having it level by the time we got to this, by the way. But, it was positioned where it was. Matt, I'm guessing this was a yay. Was this your favourite match of the night, or is there still one to come that you enjoyed more?
No, yeah, I think on overall, based on how good the match was, this was the best match, and they put in the best performance. I would say though, I was still excited for the match to come. Whether I will stay that way, we'll find out in a little while, I guess. So definitely yay. Brock Lesnar winning, Matt, was that the right call for you? The way they did that, was that always going to be a penciled in thing? Yeah, I mean, permanent marker. It would have been quite amazing if AJ were to come out with the win, but I'm not sure what they would do with that afterwards. I think keep Brock in that strong position where the next person to beat him will create quite a buzz. And just before we move on, Matt, does AJ lose the title on SmackDown this week, and Jinder win when he goes to India to face Triple H? I really wish Jinder wasn't getting the rematch that soon. I kind of wish that it was held off until the next kind of pay-per-view. But if this is when his contracted rematch is, I kind of have to say, Jinder will win it back, because it just makes too much sense to go into their tour and then fight Triple H, and then just to carry that title into it carries a lot more weight. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, well, we go right into what is the main event. This is the one that apparently it's all coming down to, because this whole free all type thing, they're going to keep. You knew it was going to be that way getting to this point anyway. I really doubted there was going to be a winner already. It would have been nice, because then I would have, it just would have been good to get that point, and the fact that there is it can work out like that. But yeah, it was 3-3 at this point, and it was Raw versus SmackDown. Again, very last minute tweaks here, Matt. Triple H getting added to it. Along with Kurt Angle. You got Shane McMahon and the other side of things with John Cena that's just come back. But, I mean, I don't know where to start with this because it was a bit crazy. But I'll tell you this much. I got to say, I was looking forward to this despite thinking that Shane McMahon's involved. But, my God, to me, Matt, this was awful booking in the sense that all the full-time guys, other than Braun Strowman, really didn't have a look in this. They didn't shine. I felt like John Cena was non-existent. I mean, I don't know if that was just me, but like, what the hell was the point of him being there? He was like playing cheerleader for most of the match. Like he was being a fan, getting behind Nakamura and trying to be cool and go for him. And I was like, man, I just wish he would have been a referee by the end of this because he'd have probably done a little bit more. I mean, it was just, I don't know what the hell that was about for John Cena. Randy Orton, again, not a bit odd, the whole thing from him. But, yeah, what did you make of this, Matt? And, was it exciting? Before we get right to the end of it, Matt, I mean, we'll talk about those moments, but what did you make of the first sort of get-go in this and how they delivered it with the likes of, Shinsuke Nakamura and how they were presenting him? And also, I've got to say, right off the bat, which really got on my nerves, I really didn't want them to do this because I thought, well, Brock Lesnar hasn't worn a stupid red top. But, yeah, Braun Strowman, I mean, honestly, his character, he doesn't give a toss about Raw to the point he's going to really want to wear the colours. I was like, there's no individual thing now because they're all wearing their shirts. I mean, other than John Cena didn't wear it on the other side and Triple H. But I was like, come on, why would they do that? Like we know who's with who. And if we don't, then that just goes to show you that people really don't give a damn. But yeah, I thought that was just so like in your face. I really didn't like that. And I really disliked that Braun Strowman was wearing it. I was like, of all the characters, he's the one I'd least think would be wearing it. He'd be like Brock Lesnar. We just wouldn't care. But here he is. He's suddenly a Raw guy. He really cares about them. And he's here. Matt, what was your take going into this and that presentation and the early parts of the match that we got? And did you feel like some of the earlier guys like Nakamura and Bobby Roode and Joe, did those guys get showcased enough?
No, I don't think they did. I think this is one of those matches that will live better in the future. When you look back on it, say 10 years time, you might think, oh, this is good. On the network, well, that sounds interesting. You might have forgot about it by then, and all the build up. Because it's probably one of those matches where if you just watching it for just the match itself, it wouldn't be too bad. But coming into it with this whole kind of fabricated story about what show is better, when really we know the secret that they want both shows to succeed, because it would be stupid otherwise. It just doesn't make any sense, and I think that to some people it's really disrespectful as well. Like Nakamura, who was he in this match? Just some guy.
Yeah.
He just came in there. Although he did his best, it just felt like they told him, no one wants to be the first one to be eliminated, but it's going to be you.
Yeah.
We still don't think anyone knows who you are.
Yeah. Strowman.
And Bobby Roode he's still so new, and yet he got to showcase himself a heck of a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And when he stepped in the ring with Triple H, I just kind of felt like, one, that means a lot to Bobby Roode because his style is a lot emulated on Triple H's, and probably two, Triple H liked the idea of it as well because he sees a bit of himself in Bobby Roode. It felt like kind of a little inside thing between them two.
Yeah. So I mean, early on, as Matt alluded to, Strowman eliminates Shinsuke and then he eliminates Bobby Roode, and you're like, okay, you can tell that they're going to try and put all their eggs in one basket with Strowman here. It's about getting him over, which is fair enough. But for me, Strowman is already going that way. He's already rebellious and stuff like that. And that damn T-shirt was just so distracting to me. Like, the fact that he was wearing that was so cross. But then John Cena, he gets... I mean, this is the thing. When I'm talking about the full-time guys, this is why sometimes we're in the state that we're in. Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, okay, they're both out. And then John Cena, who's all credit to John Cena. I'm a massive Cena fan. I always think if there's one guy that does deserve to be part-time, that's probably him. But he eliminates Samoa Joe, and Joe really, you feel like, my God, he hasn't gone anywhere since that match with Brock. Unfortunately, I feel like there's nothing really for him. But I tell you what, worse than that, Finn Balor, Matt. I mean, Finn Balor looked average as hell in this. I mean, first of all, he's just Finn Balor. They're not even doing the whole demon thing with him in this. I don't know if that would have made a difference. Probably not, because there were so many people. But for me, Matt, I mean, Finn Balor, I mean, the thing you've got to be careful about with Balor is his size. And I know that everybody goes on about it, it doesn't matter, you can be a top guy, and I get that, but you have to be careful with then how you present him. I loved all the stuff where he was just literally pouncing on some of the guys that he was doing in there, but I felt like, my God, he looked so averaged as well, Matt. Like, there was no sort of star quality there for him in all this. And again, he gets pinned from Randy Orton as the match goes on. What did you make of Balor in this in general, Matt, as a performance standpoint? Was there, did they really do a bad job, or was it his fault? Did he not do enough? I mean, what did you think of that?
I just felt like he didn't really have that much in-ring time in this match. And a lot of the things that he did were like bullet points that they specifically said you have to hit this spot here, here, and here. Particularly like when he has to drop kick Shane into the barricade, and when he has to get RKO'd. It was like, here you go, here's your start and here's your finish. And that's what you got in this match. It was a bit disappointing. I feel like even his elimination could have been a bit more spectacular, considering he was in there with Randy Orton. Yeah. I'm sure like it was an RKO out of nowhere that could have come, but it was an RKO that you saw coming. You just knew that one was coming. Yeah. So a little bit disappointing in that regard as well. And much like Joe as well, I was expecting so much from him, especially considering Triple H, he credits for bringing him in, and this is a story that they brought into this. You thought that he would have been under his control. It felt like that Joe was just going to be Joe and do what he wants. And although that's good for his character, and I like that about him, it just didn't make any sense. Yeah,
I thought that was God. I mean, Matt, do you think like it would have been better having the Shield amongst it and take some of these guys out? Because like I feel like Joe and Strowman together, that means you can only have one huge guy, and obviously they went with Strowman. But I mean, like that dominant monster. So there's only one guy that's going to get the shine. I just feel like they could have had some other guys in this that you wouldn't have cared so much about. But honestly, it wasn't great there. And then of course Strowman ends up getting his third pin of the night by this point, and he pins Randy Orton with another power slam. At this point, Matt, we're left with Triple H and Strowman up against Angle. Triple H and Strowman and Angle with Shane. Would you ever imagine, Matt, at this point that this could be the end? This is what we were going to get towards the end. Those three and Shane, because obviously, we get the interference of Owens and Zayn, and there's a little bit of storyline there, but as a fan watching this, Matt, by this point I'd dropped it because I thought this is a major disappointment now, and I was going with it, but at this point I didn't really care. Because I just thought, even though I'm a Strowman guy, and I thought he was always going to come off the best out of all of this, because let's face it, who's left here? But for you, Matt, what did you make when it got to this point of the match?
I had mixed emotions coming into this point. I kind of felt like I was hoping Randy would have had more of an impact in this match. I really didn't like the way that, although Shane chases off Sammy and Kevin Owens, there's almost like a whole minute in the fact that you see him chase them off to Randy's elimination, you're kind of thinking, well, where's Shane? And in fact, in one camera angle, you see him look back before Braun even hits the power slam.